Hi, it's Colin Cowherd. I started The Volume to bring you some of the most authentic voices in sports. While you're here, make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks.
So you go through that entire journey. You go to the 76ers, and I thought you made one of the most genius moves when it came to Philadelphia as a city and when it came to the 76ers as an organization. And all these teams has something that they go by, some slogan that they're kind of where their season is or where their team is that they're going to build on throughout the year. Ours has been strength in numbers and blah, blah, blah. And the 76ers was the process. Embrace the process. You then took that name and made it your nickname, say, I'm the process. What made you do that? Because I thought that was genius, and to me, it felt like once you did that, everybody else in that city, everybody else in that fan base, everybody else in the organization was like, oh, there's our guy right there. I thought that was genius. What made you do that?
There was a couple things. The first thing was, obviously, I got drafted by Sam Hinkie. And, he's the reason why, we were able to, whether it's draft me or have this many picks and all that stuff, And then I got to the league, and my second year, it was basically forced out by, I don't want to say names, but I'm outspoken, so I'll say it, by the NBA. I would say, I don't know, but I think that's what it was. And then, that pissed me off because I felt like, yeah, sure, there was a lot of losing, which I wasn't part of because that was before I started playing. But I knew that eventually, once I started playing, it was going to change, which it did. So they basically forced him out, and I didn't like it. And then during the time, the process didn't actually start with me, but I was like, you know what? Around that time, the league did not like the process because it was a bunch of losing. Like, they say it was like tanking, they were losing on purpose, which in the NBA, like, no one loses on purpose. Like, you're not going to put NBA players out there and tell them that go lose a basketball game. Like, they're going to go out and they're going to do their best. And sometimes, most of the time, like, if you're not talented enough in the NBA, you're going to freaking lose if you're playing against, more talented players. So you're not going to put guys out there and tell them that you're going to lose. So to me, they weren't losing on purpose. So I got pissed off because, they ran Sam Hinkie out of town, and I knew that they didn't like the process, all the losing stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to piss some people off. Like, even around the team, like, there was a bunch of people that didn't like that award. Like, I remember, like, I won't say names, but I used to get calls about, like, can you please tell Juwan not to mention, the process name? Like, we're trying to move on from it. And I was like, all right, watch this. So that's why I started pushing the agenda about, like, you know what? I'm going to support my man because he drafted me. He had, coming out of college, before I got drafted, like, he believed in me. I was hurt, but he still believed in me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to support him too. That's why I took on, that whole process thing to try to keep what he was doing and really show them that, we got power. Like, it doesn't matter if they don't want to talk about the process or if they want to forget about it. Like, players, have a lot of power when they speak. And I started understanding that. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing that, and that's why I stuck.